Alright, slowly getting my feet off the ground. My Dwarven Skirmisher here, Davian Shiny Face. Managed to clear out the Skinchel caves in the Shaloran area. I figure we're just going to jump in here in the Shaloran camp and then we'll go back and start clearing out the rest of the stuff that I've been running around in. And Elven Warrior. Alright, so I think we're definitely seeing much stronger enemies now popping out of these first tier dungeons. This guy would usually only pop out later on, so that's a little bit different. Not a really bad thing to really care about, but it's different. Let this lightning guy get a little closer. Ow. And there's this guy over here. A gloomy little cursed guy. Oh, he's got Predator? He's got, I don't know what Predator is supposed to be doing. It's a temporary status effect. Predator targets hunting creature of type, subtype humanoid dwarf with 0% effectiveness, kill 0/0. Guess it doesn't do anything for him, but Predator is supposed to make it a little bit easier for stuff to, for you to kill stuff. And I really don't like the fact that I'm taking... There's that guy down there. This guy down here. You're out of the way. So we're just going to let this mage get a little bit closer. Ow. Ow. All I can say about all that stuff. A skeletal warrior pops out. That wasn't too bad. This first instance, I expected it to be rougher than this, but it's not too bad. Until this archer popped out. Archer's a little bit, more of a nuisance to sort of, deal with. We're gonna do that to you. Okay, I think that guy's got crippling diseases or whatever on his bows there. Crap, I'm dazed. Bad time to be dazed. Well, that's gonna undaze me, but... Ow, ow, ow. That's not friendly. Archers are one of those types of rare enemies that you pop up. They're always going to be a nuisance. Okay, this is something we're going to leave alone. This vault here, I don't want to be anywhere near it because if, they're spawning like these enemies that essentially there'll be like little 20 or whatever elven guards in there, or possibly dark cultists and stuff. I don't want to be going anywhere near those type of things without an escape ability, which I don't really have at the moment. I have like combat abilities only, so we'll stay away from those vaults. Don't really care about any of this other stuff in here, I don't think, so... That's an interesting thing that lets me reduce 63 physical damage per turn. I'm actually thinking about possibly using that, so maybe we'll keep it. Ow. Got you out of the way. Hey, look at that! There's the unique mold. Zisquisky, whatever. Steps in fungal malevolence. This mold refused to die. How a mold becomes a skeleton, though it's beyond you. Are those its own bones or the bones of a hapless adventurer? That's fun. He was not fun. Oh, if he didn't move. That worked out well enough. Hey, cool, I dodged both his shots there. Hey, there's the mold. Hi, mold. Hey, look at that, it summons molds. Ouch. Bone spear. And bone grab, apparently. So there's like a little hammer thing about the mold here I just killed. Interesting little piece of lore if you want to read it. Pick up my Noggin Knocker. This is my other like debuff type ability over here in the called shots. Be interesting to use. Pick up more combat accuracy, I think, or actually, we are going to push up, I think, tumble a little bit, or we will soon. I'll get to level 10 first, I think, and start pushing it up. That's all done. And more of these guys pop out. Ow. Just get over to me already. Okay, got him. I'll note that Noggin Knocker is actually very interesting when I use it there. So this is another talent that I basically have access to for debuffing enemies. The first one here, Kneecapper, how it works is it basically slows down enemies and pins them and all that. Noggin Knocker is like a very similar vein to that, but it basically how it works. Noggin Knocker is basically free-fired shots, and each of them has a chance to stun the target or add to the duration of the stun. So basically, if I basically get free shots off on an enemy, I have free chances to stun them in an attack. So it's very, very powerful, and I can make use of this to basically just cripple enemies. They also bypass between targets too, much like all the other called shots. There's that Skirmisher Caves, Crystal Shard. I think we'll just continue clearing this instance out because I'm having such an easy time apparently just doing it, so why not? Looking at some stuff. Don't care about any of that stuff, I don't think. Surfing a little bit. Boom, boom. And all dead. Ouch. Always fun going around a corner to take that much damage at once. I realized that this guy could bleed me right there, but I'm more concerned about possibly dying here. So we're just going to back up here, kill him, heal up, and kill him. Hello, orc. Now Tempest over there. I probably should have healed up a little bit, but whatever. Nightmare difficulty achievement, level 10. So category point, I can use that to buy an inscription, which I probably will. Actually, we'll do that right now, I think. We're going to go in here. I'm going to make use of this inscription that I have from so long ago. Here's my second inscription. That'll be useful for healing up when I need to. This other stuff I don't really care about, so whatever, whatnot, yada yada. Okay, let's get into this. So I've been pushing up my Noggin Knocker here a little bit. I actually may want to push this up a little bit so I can push that up to 5/5. Getting up to 5/5 will mean that I basically have the ability to attack twice with my shield before pushing him away. So I do a lot more damage in melee. It also lets me, what can I say about it? I do more damage just outright with it as well. I may put a point in Buckler Mastery sooner than later, we'll see. But that's all that. That's a scary sight. This guy is a corruptor by the looks of it. He just used the Burning Hex, or not the Burning Hex, but he used the Dazing Hex, Pacification Hex right here. So I'm now getting pacified per turn, which sucks. He's too far away, so you know what, we're just going to move away at this point right here. I'm going to let him come to me. That's a good time to activate my regeneration rune because he's just stepped in range. Okay, I want to actually hit him with Noggin Knocker right away just to try and stun him off a little bit. Then kneecap him. And let's whittle him down a little bit. So that's fun. Early game corruptor. There's a mage in there, apparently. Oh well. I am mage. Buy a mage. There's Skull Cleaver. Pow pow pow. You're dead. You're dealt with. There's a Weissman there. I'm going to come back to that door in a little bit, but I just want to go this way first. That worked out much better, I think, going that way. Boss, Forlorn Inquisitor. We're just going to go boink, bink, holy crap, I just destroyed her. I'll take that for sure, destroying the boss right there. I'm just going to have a quick look through all this stuff. There's an interesting dagger that does fire damage, or longsword does fire damage. There's a bear shield. Oh, took one hit there, but whatever. And that's it for this instance, I hope. Just gonna go up here and make sure there's nothing right there. Ow. Alright, so at this point we've cleared out what looks like, you know, the rest of this instance, I think. So we cleared out the rest of the Shaloran dungeons, Sarah dungeons right there. That's cool. Got some good money for beating all those guys up. I'm just going to go this way. We'll talk to the mage here. I'm feeling fairly confident I can go over to the gladiators now and say hi. What's up? I'm here to kick your ass. Asian Arena presents me with a challenge. Boom. Bing. Ow. You're out of the way. Kinda sucks I wasn't able to do anything about this guy initially, but boom, boom, boom. Alright, the Cornac Rogue, thank you for your generic town points. I will see you. Farewell. And all these lovely achievements I'm going to keep getting in Nightmare mode because, you know, this is my first time playing in Nightmare mode. I'll let you guys know if you haven't already figured it out. This is a blind run in Nightmare difficulty. This is my first time going in here, so this is like a new difficulty to me, so it might, you know, I might make some stupid mistakes for this difficulty, I might not. I think I'm fairly confident in my abilities not to, though. Push that up at least to 3 of 5. So that's done. Let's see. I'm not going to go to Corporal, I think. So for those who never mind, we're actually on the last level. We skipped through the boss or the vault there, so I'll just go straight to the boss here and kill him, I guess. But there's a vault on like the first floor of this instance that I want to probably go back to. Excellent, we leveled up. I'm going to boost this up to 4 or 5. Now, I'll note something about Tumble, by the way, but something about Tumble is that after you get like the 4 or 5 here, it doesn't actually increase the range tier anymore past once it gets to like the 4 talent points invested. So investing 4 or 5 Tumble is probably as high as I'm probably going to go for the Tumble's talent. I may invest like here in like Superb Agility to lower the cooldown for like Vault and Tumble and all that, but we're probably going to leave that as is at 4 or 5. That's actually a good point to sort of stop on that. We're going to drop a point here. We're just going to invest there. Oh, so right now let's keep going up to pretty free. There's a rare mold. It's a kneecapper. The skirmisher mold there, you know, that is to, you know, deal with. Now we're going to fight the ultimate boss of Corpool. So here's the ultimate boss of Corpool. It's not too much of a threat, I don't think, but he's essentially a spellcasting thief, this guy over here. Has access to Urban missiles. He's got some higher talents. He's got, you know, arcane combat. Kind of interesting. Oops. Yeah, we're just tearing through him. He's gone. And I dropped the lucky halfling foot. Do. We're just going to go down here and just do a little bit of digging. There's actually a few rooms that are closed off unless you actually go dig toward them. So I'm just going to here, check to make sure there's nothing in here. Nothing's in there, so let's backtrack now through Corporal to get the rest of our experience I can from this dungeon. And that's, you know, whatever. Don't care about it. Oof. Whoops. There's a green mold archmage of some sort or something over there. Yeah, it's an archmage. A dead archmage. There's a bandit leader there. Whoops. Bash and smash. Notice that I'm getting 2 of this every single turn that I move away now. Has to do with Slings of Primacy now. Hey, giant spider. Cool. 2 giant spiders. Interesting. And there's a brown mold arcane blade over there. It's gone. Heal up a little bit. Why is there so many giant spiders appearing in here? Was that a common thing for this dungeon? Maybe it's just not happening because I, you know, always coming here in normal dungeon difficulty. Interesting enough. Oh. Open this up. Now, do I want to fight off these skeleton mages? This is actually really risky going in here, but I'm fairly confident that if I go here, and if I tumble right here, I have a good chance of maybe killing off one of these guys, or at least injuring him enough. Or no, I'm only going to attack maybe like 2 of these guys at once. So we're just going to drop this now. Do that. And kill him. And one of these guys did attack me there, but whatever. I'm just going to go like this. Ow, ow, ow. Well, that was an interesting little venture, so I was able to take out those skeleton mages right there without too much issue. I'll check that out against the other stuff. That's not really something I think I'll be using. That's got a decent cooldown, I guess, so I might hang on to that. That too. Actually, I'm going to wear that just because it's better than white name stuff. So we'll sell that. You heal me for 104 and you have cooldown of 10. Okay, that's got a quicker cooldown, so that's why this is not as great. So we're not going to hold on to that then. Alright, I'm fairly confident I can go over here now and do the skeleton mages that are in default if I was able to do the other one. So we're going to go here, dig through there, and wish me best of luck. We're going to tumble here. I'm going to basically pop him. Ow. Kill him. Step here, heal up. Stun him. And kill him. Alright, I managed to survive that dungeon, so skeleton mage dungeon vaults aren't too bad now. Or maybe they weren't that bad to begin with, but whatever. Better not to chance it, right? So, slowly clearing through these dungeons. The Lauren camp's out of the way. Core pool's out of the way. I'm actually tempted to go back to the Lauren camp and do those dungeon vaults I missed or didn't do, but we're going to be cheeky and try and do this. We're going to go into the Heart of Gloom and see if I can clear this instance. One moment, being called. Alright, I'm back. Let's see if I can clear out the Heart of Gloom. So, Heart of Gloom, as I previously mentioned sort of before, there is, it's basically one of these instances that people really don't like because apparently the boss is really deadly with the shadows. So initially I'm just going to go back here to the second level and see if I can level up to 12 first. And we'll see how I do. Oh, if I got slowed down by the gloom. This is a great way of sort of killing these guys off. Letting them come to me while I'm in this very close corridor. Seal that off. And yeah, I didn't like this sort of setup when I initially came here to do all these guys being present at once. You know what, we're going to let the thing pin me just because of the fact that I don't feel like running away from it. Alright, we got a Fox Rare. So that's dealt with. So let's try and level up where I can on this level. Well, I only got that much experience, but hopefully that's enough just to pick up a little bit more experience before we get to the boss, wherever he is. So the thing about the boss on this level, of course, the wielding beast, or not the wielding beast, the withering thing, is that he has shadows and he has some talents to make him better. So generally people don't like him because of those talents they sort of has. They find his talents do obscene damage and they just get outright killed or whatever from blindsiding shadows. So I'll be very careful that I don't meet a similar fate when I go in here. Just gonna back up. Try and kill off these guys initially in this room. The form poison agony, or this guy over there is using that agony sort of thing there. Oh, there's blindside from that guy. So that's out of the way. Heal up. At least I'm getting some decent experience. There's that guy up there. That guy's up there. Agony and pain, that's what this instance is all going to be about. Oh, I see shadows over here, so that means that the boss is probably in that direction. So we're just going to back off a little bit from that direction. We'll try and going elsewhere to get our experience. There's a grizzly bear. Huge beastly bear, more savage than most of its kind. Level 12! I'll get my accuracy up a little bit, I think. And then what am I going to do? Nogger, perhaps? Yeah, I can invest in Sling Sniper now if I want to. Do I want to actually invest in Sling Sniper? Sling Sniper is actually really useful to pick up as soon as possible. I think we're going to pick up a little bit more Knocker first, just because I like the stun chance I sort of get from that. This is dangerous. I know that the shadows are up in that direction, so they can blindside me from up there if I'm not careful. Like right there is a shadow. By the way, these shadows can fade too, so... Is that to be concerned about? There's a bear. I'm doing pretty damn good clearing out the entire level, though. I'm literally going to be finding a worrying thing pretty much by himself, which is ideal, actually. Okay, I see two of them right there, so I think the Rearing Beast is right in that direction. This is going to be kind of risky, but I'm going to go on here first. And that's pretty much it. I don't think there's anything else besides the stuff I've already killed. So this is kind of stupid, but there he is. So there's the Whirring Beast right there, or Whirring Fang Rider. He's using Call Shadows and stuff. We're just going to activate this right away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think if I go down here, I'll still be able to see him. I'll be able to still do a kill shot him. So I'll do that on him. Hurts him a little bit. Might be able to pull off a kneecap or slow him down. Do that a little bit. Activate that. That wasn't too bad. So he's out of the way. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. Alright, this skills with Constitution. It gives me 114 life over 5 turns, cooldown 14. This is some skill of Willpower. That's actually kind of decent, this one, but I'm going to skip it for using it for now. Oh, there's still more guys on the wall. Apparently I missed. Alright, we're done with Heart of Gloom then. So at this point, I've cleared out both the Shaloran Star dungeons. I've cleared out Core Pool. I've cleared out the Heart of Gloom. I've actually cleared out everything except for the dungeons that are going to have the escorts in them, which is very, very ideal, actually. But before we continue on, I think we'll skip doing that. But we're just going to explore around like this a little bit. No Grimly here. That's what I'm searching for, by the way, just the Hermit. By the way, these guys are friendly at the moment because I'm not a spellcaster. This isn't not really going to be ideal, but I want to go up here. And there he is. So, hi, yeah, what's going on? I want your elixir of focus, I think. Good time as any to do this, right? Just go to the elixir shop, say hi, what's up? Give me your elixir ingredients you need and all that. Magic and willpower, saving throws, or 4 additional stat points. Saving throws might be nice, but I'm probably not going to get a whole lot on Skirmisher, so let's go select that one since that'll be useful regardless. None of those runes are going to be of interest to me. I don't think the Shaloran Capital City has any type of archery shops or anything else that are going to interest me at all. So one last thing to go to, Ungrol and Last Hope here. I'll go for the foundations, of course. Do a quick check of these shops. Hey, look at that. There's a rune reflection in there. That's an awesome find to find. I wonder if I want to use that, though. Magic's not going to be something I'm going to be training on in Skirmisher, but that's a really awesome rune to possibly use early on. I may pick that up, but we're going to just, do some escorts first where I can, and maybe we'll pick it up after that. Regeneration infusions in here are kind of cool. There's one really nice one right there. That one's also very, very nice, but it heals a bit less. It'll scale up more though, so buy both of these. And I want to buy this because it's a movement infusion, so have that handy. I'm tempted to actually place our healing infusion with the movement infusion, so we're going to do this. We're going to do this. And we're going to do this. I'm actually going to hold off on using this one right here, actually. This is going to be a nicer infusion than the strength one here eventually, but the one that I've got right here, the cunning infusion, is actually starting to scale up enough that it's worth competing with like the one that's bought. So I'll actually hold off. Do a quick check in here, and there actually is some shots in here I do want, so I want these. We'll buy those so I can basically do more damage on enemies with sling type of attacks. He also has slings in here, so one of these has like, firing range of 8. I want to possibly pick up this sling whenever I get the chance, but we'll worry about that when we get to it. For now, sell this. Why not? We'll sell these stuff. I'm keeping that belt for the resistances and such. And did I accidentally sell the halfling foot? I actually didn't mean to do that, but whatever. It's not a big deal that I sold it. All right. Well, this character is more or less prepped up for taking out the assassins. If I decide to do that, maybe next episode. Prepped it up to do a lot of stuff. You probably take out the cursed. There's an adventuring party. That'll be fun to deal with. Something I don't plan to. Maybe next time we'll do this next. The Cursed Lumberjack Village. For now, I think we'll say take care. And next time we'll sort of try to finish off the rest of the Star Dungeons and all that.